Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our first meeting of 2023. Happy New Year. For our purposes, it's not too late to say Happy New Year because this is our first meeting, but it is January 23rd. So thank you all for joining. We have a very important panel discussion that I'm really excited to get to in a few minutes. Before we do that, we as we normally do, we'll go through our business part of the meeting. So here we go. To those who are not familiar with the Progressive Democrats of Howard County, we were formed about a couple of years ago because we are concerned about transparency and accountability in county government, quite frankly, at all levels of government. I'm sorry if I could ask everybody, so when you're not speaking, please mute your microphones. All right. So we were formed about a couple of years ago because we were concerned about transparency and accountability in county government and at all levels of government. PDHC is while many of us are, I would say we are on the left left side of the political spectrum. It is we welcome anyone that espouses the values of transparency and accountability, regardless of party affiliation. Before we we just have a few things to breeze through, and we'll get to the panel discussion. So thank you all for joining. We have a few updates. Some may remember that we have been trying to be a Progressive Maryland chapter. Progressive Maryland is an entity, a statewide entity that I think being a part of would provide us with additional organizing capability, and we have been encouraging members, PDHC members, to be part of Progressive Maryland by pledging to donate $10 a month to Progressive Maryland, and we have successfully reached the 15 member minimum threshold that will allow us to do that. So we're moving forward, and I just wanted to share that we had reached the threshold that we needed to reach to be able to join. PDHC's main only source of revenue is membership dues. And since our last meeting, we had 4 people renew, and we had 3 people renew, and one new member who will be voted in today. And that from the membership dues, we are able to get we received $172, and we had Venmo charges some money when you use it to accept membership dues, and we incurred $1.83 for that, and we have a total of $2,086.70 spread out between our checking account, which is about $1,581.68, and Venmo, we have $505.02. Just a few additional announcements. PDHC's membership cycle is from January to December. Many of us have our membership has expired even though the membership doesn't completely lapse until March per our bylaws. The membership cycle, the membership status does expire on December 31st. So if you're a member and your membership has expired, please renew your membership. I'll provide some detail on how to do that. We have a couple of petitions that we continue to circulate. One has to do with the general plan, the Howard County general plan. The draft plan has been released. It essentially bakes in Howard County's future for the next, I would say 30, 40, 50 years. It's pretty big in scope and size and proposal. Unfortunately, the general plan does not have any meaningful substantive discussion on how it would deal with schools. And we know that our school system, which is great, is dealing with challenges, overcrowding. The level of service has been declining because of increased class sizes or reductions in funding for critical programs. And accordingly, we are asking, our petition asks the county executive and the Department of Planning and Zoning to develop a specific plan, a specific chapter on schools that it doesn't have right now. So we're circulating that petition. I will, if anyone can track it down, please share in the chat. If not, I'll share it after I finish here. And another petition that we're circulating has to do with what I would describe as a very very big inequity. Many know that the first Howard County's former county executive, Liz Bobo, is the first female county executive in the history of Maryland and the history of Howard County. While other former county executives have received visible honors in terms of perhaps having a building named after them or other things, we in PDHC have not seen those, that kind of similar honor. So our second petition has to do with rectifying what I would describe as this major oversight and inequity. There are a lot of projects, major projects, whether it's parks or buildings that are being put up, and it should not be too difficult to be able to pick one of those, and it's the least that we could do to honor our, the first female county executive in the history of the state of Maryland and Howard County. So that's the second petition that we're circulating, and hopefully, if you haven't signed it, please do so and share it as well. The next announcement has to do with the general plan. The Howard County's general plan goes through a public process that in that public process, the first phase right now is it's getting public input on the plan, and after that, during when the county council holds hearings sometime down the line. So right now we're in the commenting period that the county administration is holding. This commenting period ends on January 31, 2023. It was extended from January 16 to the 31st. Please take a look at just to take a brief look at the plan. If your expertise is fiscal impact analysis, take a look at that. If your expertise is on the environment, take a look at that. You don't need to take a look at everything. Just take a look at the part that you think know more about, and so that you're not overwhelmed. Just take a look at that and provide comments and say say what you think. A lot needs to be improved on this plan, and I would describe it as a major giveaway to developers to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars, in a nutshell. But hopefully we can get more nuance into that, and that's what I'll do, and hopefully others will do as well. Progressive Maryland, the state entity that we're hoping to be a chapter under, is holding its annual membership assembly on Saturday, February 4th, from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at Anne Arundel Community College. If you're interested in being, if you're interested in their activities, please consider attending. So this is not this weekend, but the following weekend, starting 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. I plan to be there, and I'm sure others from here plan to be there as well. So we just wanted to let you know about that. Are there any questions so far? Yeah.
This is Karen. Sorry. Do you think I won't be able to attend? I won't be back yet, I think. But will you be bringing back materials? Can we maybe talk about a recap of what happened at the meeting in our next meeting in February?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we can
Thanks.
take a few minutes to provide a summary of that from either from me or from anyone else who attended. Anything else so far? Okay. Next, I just want to briefly describe about our club and our membership information. We hold our general membership meetings on the fourth Monday of the month. So like today at 7 p.m. Right. So far, we're only doing virtual, so through Zoom. If you are not on our mailing list or email list, please feel free to sign up on hocoprogressives.com. If you want to be a member, we have a couple of dues structures. One is for individual members, that is $36 a month, and another one is a member plus one structure. So it could be you and a spouse or a friend, whomever you want to be on in that membership, and that's $50 a month. And we have an arrangement for dues waiver 3 to 6 months, and like I said, you don't need to be a registered Democrat. We don't ask for party registration or anything like that. So as long as you are, you share those, the common sense values of transparency and accountability, I think there's one caveat here, and I'll describe, and that is, after I'm done, Karen, I'll share that the link, or if anyone has access to that, please do so now. Maybe this is what you're asking, Karen. So you can join, you can be a member by sending payment to through Venmo at the Progressive HOCO, or mailing a check or cash, preferably check, but if it's cash, it's fine too. If you do send a cash, maybe just send an email saying that you sent cash. to 6801 Oak Hall Lane, number 6523, Columbia, Maryland 21045. And then you'd get voted in by a majority at the next of existing members at the next meeting. And the caveat that I mentioned is it's not, we don't ask party registration or anything like that, but members do have a right to ask questions about to the prospective member if they're so inclined to before before we vote them in, and if that happens, then it's just to figure out, it's just to find out the person's perspective on various issues, and to make sure that I'll just plainly say, typically Howard County clubs have been co-opted by establishment figures, establishment groups, and they're very ineffective. They play dead on a lot of important issues. Very important, we have a very salient example of that in when that occurred, when with the Columbia Democratic Club, when many people did not want to engage, when certain members of the establishment there did not want to engage on important issues like the body camera program, or ending ICE contract, Howard County's contract with ICE. And so I think, us as members, we're concerned about ensuring that those kinds of views are minimized, because they're really not about truly held beliefs. It's just protecting a power structure, a corrupt power structure. So for that purpose, we have this voting mechanism to make sure that before new members join. So today we're voting in one new member, Deb Young, who is council representative for District 4. Councilmember Deb Young. She paid her membership dues, and so she would like to be a member. At this point, I move that we vote to we vote Councilmember Deb Young as a new member to PDHC. Do I have a second?
Hey, Harry, I second it, but did you want to have discussion first or no?
Yeah, so we do the discussion after we second.
Okay, I second.
Okay, all right, thanks, Karen. And is there any discussion? Okay. Well, before we vote, I'll just say there are two council members in Howard County who are dedicated to ensuring transparency and accountability in Howard County. My experience is that Deb Young is one of them. She's worked tirelessly to ensure that takes place, and so I think she would make an excellent addition to our club membership. And so with that, I'll vote yes, and others may vote. Existing members please vote via chat. And Karen, can you count those votes? And then while you do that, I can go to the next topic.
Okay.
All right. All right, and we have we have a proposal that was brought forward by a member, Carla Tevlo. We've been members of Howard County Coalition for Immigrant Justice before, and I suspect that the coalition invites groups to be part of the coalition on an issue by issue basis, or not. In any case, we have this proposal here, and I'll let Carla talk about it briefly, and then after that we can vote on whether or not to join the coalition for these two issues. Carla?
Yeah, so I had a meeting with several people that are trying to make sure that we have a lot of members in our coalition. It's kind of been going by the wayside for the past, since we got everything we needed from the county. But there are two proposals or two issues that they're hoping to push. And the first one is that I'm going to read what you have written up here, Yuri. The first being a bill sponsored by Lamb and Cullison. She's from Montgomery County. Lamb is from Howard County, and it's a health care for all, which would allow any resident of Maryland, regardless of immigration status, to sign up for healthcare insurance and on the Maryland Health Benefits Exchange. And it says this would include 125,000 undocumented people in Maryland, and CASA is pushing this. And the other issue that they wanted to ensure is that the Liberty Act is being implemented in the county, and we're going to work on ways to make sure that it is happening, and also somehow letting people know their rights in the community. Are there any questions?
Okay. Thanks, Carla. So I move that PDHC join Howard County Coalition for Immigrant Justice to support the coalition on these issues. Do I have a second?
I second.
All right. So Carla has provided some description of the causes, and is there a discussion on the motion? Okay, so there's no discussion. With that, my vote is yes, and please, members, vote through email. I mean through chat.
Carla, I see your yes.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you.
I don't
So,
see any nays here, so I think the ayes have it.
Okay, all right. Excellent. So thanks, Carla, for bringing this to the club's attention, and so we're will you be Carla? Will you be attending some of the meetings or the meetings regularly, or?
Most likely I will be attending them.
Okay. I would, so it's.
Well, here's a
I'm-
question
I'll
for
ask-
you, Yuri. If I decide, if I say I'm gonna be like a representative, if anybody else would like to join, that'd be great. Does that put me on the executive board?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I'm fine with it then.
Okay.
Carla, I was thinking you were like, oh, good, I'll be, you didn't want to be on the e-board.
Yes, that's what it was. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, but would you mind providing the club updates on what's going on, and if there are any actions?
Right.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So while during this meeting, I think Karen, you mentioned Alan Schneider said he would like to be a member, and then Ian also would like to be. Ian Miller would like to be a member as well. I think we can take the time to quickly have them join. Do you mind introducing yourselves? Maybe like take a minute to introduce yourselves to the meeting, and or to the members who are attending here, and then we can go forward on after that. So we'll start with Ian first.
Yeah, hi, good to see everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so I'm Ian. I'm actually from Baltimore County. I'm on the Central Committee in Baltimore County, but I manage Joan Pontius's campaign for County Council, and definitely am just definitely passionate about what's going on in Howard County. I've have a lot of investment in the future of Ellicott City as well. But this seems like a really great group that's really kind of focused on that like grassroots populist energy that's needed to hold the Democratic Party accountable in Maryland. So I definitely I would love to be a part of the space. You guys rock.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Ian. I think having you as a member would be really great. So thanks for willing to join. Next, Alan.
Yes, my name is Alan Schneider. I grew up in Oregon. I've lived in Howard County since 2011, and now working as an assistant in the state delegation. And my interest and my desire, my goal is to include some laws at the state level and also the county level that make Maryland and Howard County a better place to live. So if you have any ideas about legislation that needs to be revised and upgraded, let me know. One of those laws is that, for example, the Clean Water Act does not seem to be enforced or administered in Howard County, like many other laws that are not complied with or enforced, and that needs to change. We need a better Howard County.
Agreed.
Yes, agreed. Thanks, Alan. So we'll get into discussion, and maybe we can use that time if there are any questions people can ask. I move that we vote in Ian Miller and Alan Schneider as members of PDHC. there a second?
I second.
Aye.
All right, it's been seconded. Is there any discussion? Any questions?
Contingent on dues, is that, has everybody paid their membership dues, Alan and Ian?
I tried to send it in, but it's not working right now. I'll have to try it again when I get home. I'm in Annapolis right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
on it.
just okay, awesome. Yeah, so yeah, contingent on dues. With that, okay, so there's no discussion. I'll just say it's really good to have Ian and Alan be members. I would only describe them as machines. They really work hard, and it's really good to have them be part of PDHC. So with that, I will vote yes for both.
And for Deb Young, I think everybody was an aye on her as well. There were no nays.
Okay, excellent.
And just for the record, because Hiri messaged me, I think we do technically have like the only membership requirement we do have. I think you have to quote unquote reside in Howard County, but nonetheless, that's not a requirement to participate in club activities, attend meetings, donate to the club. So you could still pay, a club due effectively and still do everything except basically vote. But yeah, thank you, Ian. You've done a lot more for Howard County than a lot of people who live here. So you're Howard County in my eyes.
Thanks, Jake. I was frantically searching through the bylaws and I couldn't find that. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, that's the only caveat there, and hopefully you're okay with that, Ian. And as we look, I think it wouldn't preclude you from participating as vigorously as you want in PDHC. So thanks for being part of our group here. Are there any committee updates? Okay.
I'll speak on behalf of Union Solidarity. We do not have an update this month.
Okay. Thanks, Karen. All right.